Damn. And then we talk shit.
Oh, my brain!
Come on! Yeah. Oh my god!
Can I have a translation?
This was not where this episode was going. Hello, I'm Audie. I'm Danny.
I'm Elise!
And welcome to Breakfast with Bimbos!
I forgot to say it.
You know what? What a perfect start, though.
I was thinking about teddy bear cookies too much.
That's so fair.
Yeah.
So honestly, we don't really know what this podcast is going to be other than I'm going to tell these two beautiful ladies about some true crime, and they're going to listen, they're going to ask questions, and mostly this is just going to record our antics.
Yeah, I know, basically nothing about true crime, so this is
Really?
gonna be fun.
Why did I think you were a true crime baddie?
I watch movies, and then I learn things from that, but, I don't, study it. I've done it a couple times. I've gone to, a couple abandoned buildings and be like, I know the history of this place, and, there's some stuff that happens there that I'm just
Okay, wait, I kind of love this now, because, I'm a true crime fanatic. I love it. Well, not, the crimes, but, I have to specify.
The fact that it happened is bad, but...
Yeah,
it's good for history.
exactly. We love victims, we hate assholes.
Yes!
But I'm, a fanatic. Elise is, in the halfway, where she loves it, but she doesn't like being scared.
Yeah, I'm such a scaredy cat. I'm just a baby. I like watching the YouTube videos about it. People reacting to it. I like watching those.
I'm kind of in the same boat where if I hear a story and I'm actually interested in it, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'll search up on this. But other than that, I'm a baby in the true crime world.
Meanwhile, I know too much. It's a problem, and I love researching this shit. Okay, I'm so excited for our first case, guys. So I thought really long and hard about what I wanted to tell you guys about, because, it's the first episode, so I feel like it had to be something really good. Mm-hmm. So I decided, what better than to start with the first viral serial killer. Today we're going to be talking about Jack the Ripper.
Oh, my middle school me is coming up.
I know so much.
Oh, I love this. I love
much.
this. I did way too much research. I stayed up for an extra 2 hours doing extra research on this because I wanted every possible scenario. I wanted every possible suspect.
I think I know who did it. I think I do.
You think you already know? I'm so excited.
I saw a photo of him. I don't know what he is.
You saw a photo of him?
There's one photo that I think he has at a grandkid's birthday party.
A surprise, guys. Elisa solved crime.
Yeah.
You're in the FBI now, actually?
So, I have my notes. I'm going to start telling y'all stories. And we're all here, so let's buckle up. It's going to be great. You're also here. You should be included, too.
You need to know this.
This is your personal invitation to Girls' Time. Alrighty, so, it's 1888. We're set in East End, London, in Whitechapel District, which is, for lack of a better term, kind of like the Skid Row of the UK. It's kind of, not the best area.
Whenever I hear Whitechapel, I think of, the Disney show, My Babysitter's a Vampire.
I've thought about this for a long time.
In Whitechapel. That's all I think about.
I love that. I thought you were going to go full Chapel Roan, but I'm so happy it was that route instead.
Oh, I didn't even think about it.
Oh my god, we haven't even been recording 5 minutes and we're already singing Hot to Go, guys. Alright, so, as I already said, we're talking about the infamous Jack the Ripper. So this man was so infamous because this was the first ever case that was published in the newspaper and people actually kind of cared about. He was one of the first, or he really was the first, viral serial killer. Nobody really cared about crimes back then. If it happened, it was ah, shit, we don't have the technology to fix this, so, oh well, they died. Poor Mary Jo over there. But this was the R.I.P. Mary Jo. But this was the first instance of, news outlets and, I say outlets, the newspaper, dear God, that was so 2024 of me. But this was the first time that a serial killer was really, in the newspaper and people were following along with it. So Jack the Ripper killed 5 people that we know of. It's suspected that he killed up to 11, but we know for a fact, apparently, that there was 5. So I'm going to be telling you...
difference.
Right? That's a big jump.
That's a big jump.
Well, I am going to be talking about a total of 7 of them today, because 2 of them are a little too close. I still wanted to talk about them. The other 4 I couldn't really find that much about. I couldn't even find their names, so I'm not sure who the other 4 are that people think are attached to him. So we're just going to be talking about the 7 today. Also, this case, back in 1888, stumped the police so much. This is the case that made the police chief quit. It was this one.
Love that.
Oh my god.
So Jack technically has 12. Because he took out a police chief.
One final hurrah.
So, our first victim. It's August 31st, 1888, 3:40 a.m. The body of a woman was found on Bucks Row in Whitechapel. Now, I am going to be telling you all the street names only because I want y'all to understand how close all of these crimes were together. I mean, if you're looking at a map, it literally looks like a video game map. Like, you can't go out of bounds. Like, he could only murder within these sectors.
Probably smaller than Baldur's Gate.
No, it is. Baldur's Gate is huge.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I need a visual. I'm a visual person.
You're a visual person? Pull up the map.
I'm lazy.
I'm
a lazy person.
So 2 men came across the body at the same time. It was Charles Cross and a guy named Robert Paul. Now, this victim, her name was Mary Ann Nichols. So her body was found lying on her back with her throat completely slashed. And she was also disemboweled. I had to look what that meant.
You had to look that up?
Yes.
We're bimbos here, remember?
We are, exactly.
Yeah, but like...
Well, for the viewers that don't know, some of her organs were gone. She had also, which I found out through, like, having to research on Wikipedia, because it's not in any of the documentaries, which is shitty. They don't talk about the sexual assault within most of these victims. So, not only has she been just, like, fucked up, she was also stabbed in her lady bits.
Oh, I'm, like, imagining that.
You feel it, right? Like, This is how I imagine a man feels when they see another man get kicked in the balls.
Yeah, like a voodoo doll.
Yeah.
Voodoo doll.
Exactly.
Oh my god.
So, she had only been dead for 30 minutes when they found her. So this was very, like, they found her quick.
She was fresh.
Oh yeah, real fresh. And it was 30 minutes when the police arrived, let alone from when the men found the body. So they probably walked up within, like, 5 minutes of her dying. Because think about, back then, it's not like you had a cell phone and you could just call the police real quick. You had to go and find somebody that would let you use a phone to call the police. And then the police had to get there. And they didn't have GPSs and shit. Like, they just had maps, and they had to figure that shit out. I'm guessing they knew the streets well enough, but still.
Yeah, on patrol.
So it's gonna take you minimum 20 minutes to do all that.
I can't imagine the guilt of finding someone like that.
No, yeah. And knowing that you were, like, not even 10 minutes later.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I didn't even think about that. So they have no leads about the body. Like, they cannot find anything. Like I said, it's 1888. It's not like they have much to go off of. So we go to our second victim. It is September 8th, a little over a week later. This victim's name is Annie Chapman. She was found on 29 Hanbury Street, which is only 2 streets down from where Mary was found.
Damn.
So a man named John Davis found her. He was just an old man who lived in one of the buildings nearby. And he said when he saw her, it was kind of like the Black Dahlia, where he was like, I thought she was a mannequin.
Oh.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So Annie had also had her throat slit, and more than being disemboweled, her entire uterus and bladder were taken. Just removed.
So where did they go?
Just removed. Just gone.
Did he eat them?
Me.
Little snack.
A little sniff later.
Her intestines were also, like, taken out and put over her shoulders as if it was like a medical surgery. So, with that indication is when they got their first clue about who could have done this, because it would have had to be someone with somewhat medical knowledge to know how to do that, and also just to know where to find your uterus in your body. That took a lot of knowledge back then.
I couldn't do that, and I'm a woman.
Right? I know it's generally right there.
Yeah, I know it's somewhere.
But he basically performed a C-section and then just took the whole uterus.
Wait,
Holy
so
shit.
so they put your intestines on your shoulder?
Well, not if you're, like, getting a surgery done now. They
What they did back then?
They put them on a table.
Oh, no.
So
still
do
a
they
thing.
like completely take them out?
Yeah.
Like
In
completely
order to do
remove?
a C-section, they have to completely take out your intestines.
So how does it go back in and connect?
Like, they never disconnect it. They just, like, so it's, like, attached to the top and the bottom, and they just kind of, like, scoop and move.
Stop it!
Y'all didn't know that?
No.
Where did you think the organs went?
I thought they just moved shit around while it was in your body.
Yeah, I thought they just went
They're
shoot
playing
and
like
took
a
the
stew.
child out.
Just gonna move it around.
No, they completely take it out and put it on the table. Do you know why I know this? because I was a C-section. So my dad was in the room when my mom was getting it done. And she's like, oh, how's it going? And my dad is looking at literally her intestines on the table. And he's like, going great.
I think I would have passed out.
Right? Me too.
Nah, you gotta put me to sleep.
Yeah, no.
Well, that's the thing, too. You have to stay awake.
Why?
Because if you're asleep, you can't push and, like, get the baby out. So they completely numb you. Like, and it might be different now. I'm going off of what my mom knew when I was born over 2 decades ago. But, yeah, they just, like, cut you open while you're awake. And there's, like, a sheet. So there's, like, a big sheet in front of you about where your waist is. So that you don't
see it.
Yeah, you don't see it happening.
I've seen that.
You just feel the pressure. And then you, like... My mom also said, this is so... Like, if y'all did not know what you were tuning into, so sorry. But this is what we're here for. She said that the only thing she could smell was, like, her burning flesh.
No.
Like, getting cut open.
Oh, no.
Yeah, because it's, like, cauterizing and stuff,
Exactly.
too, right?
Yep.
Ugh.
So this is what this woman went through with no anesthetic.
That's...
Holy shit.
Was she dead when it happened, or was she alive?
I mean, I think that's probably what killed her.
Oh,
Like, she was probably bleeding out.
She probably just wanted to torture her.
I mean, exactly. We'll get to that.
Yeah.
Oh, I promise. So this was also the first time that an eyewitness had somewhat seen the person who did it. She had seen Annie with a man about 5 minutes before her death. Outside. She was, like, up in a window and saw Annie with this guy. And she overheard the guy just say, will you? And then Annie replied yes, and they walked off together. 10 minutes later, she was dead. So, of course, because it's 1888 and we have to have it like this, he was, like, in the dark shadows, so she barely saw the man. But she gave the brief description that gives us the iconic description we have now of Jack the Ripper, which is basically a full black outfit with, like, a black coat and a top hat and a mustache, and about 5'5" to 5'7". So Jack was a short king.
I was supposed to say, he's a short king.
He's a short king.
Okay.
Not was that with or without the top hat?
Ooh! I didn't
Good
even think about that.
question.
That is a good question. I wonder if he had a taller top hat to make
He could have been like 5'3", but the top hat makes
You're
him look
so
like
right.
5'7".
Well, and
God.
also we have to remember that she was not in, like, a balcony, but, you know, she was higher up. So she's guesstimating this probably off of Annie's height. Whatever that was.
Oh.
Like, I wonder if they were, like, face to face, or if it was like
Yeah, I'm curious.
looking down.
Yeah, I don't know. So then we jump to September 27th. So this is almost 3 weeks later. So September 27th, a newspaper gets a letter that's dated for the 25th. This is what this letter reads. And also remember, this is 1888, so I'm reading this verbatim. It's going to sound weird. Hello?
That's a ghost.
Go.
Jack?
So this letter reads, Dear Boss, I keep on hearing the police have caught me, but they won't fix me just yet. I have laughed when they look too clever and talk about being on the right track. That joke about leather aprons gave me real fits. Apparently during the time, people were trying to call him Leather Apron, like as a serial killer name. Yeah, because he was cutting open women where, like, an apron would sit.
I didn't know the backstory of that one.
Yeah. Cutting back to the letter. I am down on whores, and I can't quit ripping them till I do yet buckled. Grand work, though. Last job was. I gave the lady no time to squeal. How can they catch me? I love my work and I want to start again. You will soon hear of me with my funny little games. I saved some of the proper red stuff in a ginger beer bottle with the last job to write with, but it went thick like glue, and I can't use it. Red ink is fit enough, I hope. Haha. The next job I do, I shall clip the lady's ears off and send them to the police officer. Just for jolly. Wouldn't you keep this letter back till I do a bit more work? Then give it out straight, my knives so sharp. I want to get to work right away if I get a chance. Good luck, yours truly, Jack the Ripper. There is no P.S., but there should have been a P.S. Because he keeps on going. Don't mind giving me the train name wasn't good enough to post this because I got all the red ink off my hands. Curse it, no luck yet. They say I'm a doctor now. Ha ha.
Can I have a translation?
That's so fair. So basically he was saying, first of all, that he wanted to send the letter written in blood.
Yeah.
Oh.
But had to use red ink instead.
Because it clotted.
Yes. So he was going to do that. He's also saying, like, he still has the blood on his hands and he can't get it off. He's also saying, don't try to nickname me, I'm going to nickname myself, and it's Jack the Ripper. So because he signed it as that, and they published this letter in the newspaper, that's why everyone started calling him that. So he named himself.
He said, I have a dead name, I need to get rid of it.
For real.
Yeah, he said, I don't like that.
He said, leather apron. What about Jack the Ripper?
I need something more cunty.
It's his drag name.
Oh my god. So, 4 days later, on October 1st, the letter was officially released to the public. Most people believe that a journalist at the news station was just making it up and, like, wrote it for the newspaper, but they never confirmed this. So we don't know. So from that point on, he was only known as Jack the Killer. Not Jack the Killer, Jack the Ripper. What am I thinking?
Killer.
Wait,
Jack
Jack
the Killer.
That's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
It's fine. We'll get to a creepypasta.
You said it and I was
like... you said, wrong bitch.
I went, wrong person.
So 3 days later, on September 30th, the body of Elizabeth Stride was found on Burner Street. Once again, this is maybe not even 5 blocks away from the other murders. So she was found by a man named Louis Diemschultz.
German?
Probably. Well, and this comes into play later. This was during a time when, like, keep in mind, Nazis were still around. Germany was still a big thing.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of Jewish people fleeing to the UK to get out of that situation. So that was also going on in Whitechapel because it was, like, a not great area.
Yeah.
So it was a lot of that. Also, something to keep in mind, I don't know if I said this already, all of the women who were murdered by Jack the Ripper were a sex worker in some way or another.
Oh.
All of them. So it is believed that he just hated women, specifically sex workers.
That makes sense since he ripped out the uteruses and stuff.
Exactly.
Okay.
So this victim, her throat was also cut, but she wasn't disemboweled, nothing else. Only throat cut, which is not Jack's style, you know?
I wonder if he didn't have time and he was about to get caught.
That's exactly what they thought, was that Lewis walked up a little too early. Because she was only dead for all of 30 minutes when she was examined at 1:15. So it's kind of the same situation as the first one, where he probably walked up as it was happening. And that is why 45 minutes later, another body was found. 2 streets over.
He said, I couldn't finish this one, I gotta get another.
Exactly.
Oh my god.
So only a few blocks away, he murdered Catherine Elders. So she was severely mutilated, like probably the worst. Her face was extremely messed up. She had been stabbed multiple times. Her uterus was completely removed along with her kidneys and part of her vagina. Just like cut out. She had cuts all over her face to the point it was almost in a clown-esque way. She had like cuts vertically down her eyes and then a triangle cut out at some point. It was very just like almost clown makeup, which is very odd.
Is he developing a signature?
Maybe he just likes the circus.
Circus was probably in town, he probably had some ideas.
There you go. Love that. No, I don't. So this was the first time that we got a solid piece of evidence as a clue. A few streets over, they found a piece of Catherine's apron. So she was wearing like a leather apron. And they found her piece with her DNA on it, like shoved, kind of caught in this doorway into this large apartment building. And it was found by a man named Alfred Long. So he was in the doorway when he noticed this piece of fabric, and apparently this apartment building was called Goulston Street. Yes, the building was called Goulston Street.
Okay.
Sounds like a Monster High thing.
You're so right.
Spooky.
I mean, Jack is one of the spookier ones, in my opinion.
Goldtastic.
Not Goldtastic. So where this apron was found, or the piece of it was found, written in chalk on the wall, there was also a message that said, "The Jews are the men that will not be blamed for nothing, so that's fun."
Translation?
AKA, he's trying to say that the Jews did it.
Oh.
Which, they don't know if that piece was already there on the wall and the apron got torn and left. They don't know if they were attached. They don't know if Jack was trying to blame. They don't know. They ended up quickly just, like, washing the message away. So we get another postcard on October 1st. This postcard on the back says, "I was not coddling dead old boss when I gave you the tip. You'll hear about Saucy Jack's work tomorrow. Double event this time. Number 1 squealed a bit, couldn't finish straight off, had not the time to get ears for police. Thanks for keeping last letter back till I got to work again. Jack the Ripper." And the reason that we definitely think that this was said by Jack the Ripper is because it was not public knowledge yet that there was 2 murders.
Oh.
This postcard arrived the day after. And because of the timestamp of when these women died, it was pretty much hours afterwards. We interrupt this podcast for cat wailing.
I can't get over the fact that he said saucy.
You're so right.
I wonder if the handwriting was the same.
They did look really similar. You can look up pictures of the letter and the postcard, and they do look really similar. They are hard to read because it's like old-timey cursive.
I have a hard time reading cursive in the first place.
And also, I found out doing research that Catherine did have pieces of her earlobe missing. They were later found, like, in the fabric of her dress. So he didn't fully Mike Tyson, like, cut it off. It was just, like, chunks.
He did say he was going to do that. He warned them.
He did.
He gave them a warning.
He did.
He went, I'm gonna mail you some ears.
Well, and
sorry, didn't have time.
She was so mutilated that the coroner said that it would have taken up to 5 minutes to do everything that he did to her.
Oh, God.
So, it also makes me think that maybe he killed the first one not that well as a distraction. So he knew all the police would be over there. And
Oh,
that's
Big brain.
so smart.
oh my God.
This man.
So now we're going to jump to October 13th, 1888. So police have just started flying by the seat of their pants, and they're just going into every house, and they're like, are you Jack? Are you Jack? Are you Jack? Just basically interrogating
That's such
everybody.
a great idea.
Well, and because these were in such a small area,
Oh, yeah.
that they're just going to everybody. Like, knocking on every door and just trying to find something, someone who saw anything. So on October 16th, we get a man named George Lusk. So Lusk was this rich-ass asshole who basically paid off police to do whatever the hell he wanted.
Oh, they're still doing that now.
Oh, I know it, but he was, he was one of the first assholes, I guess.
One of the
So
first of
this
all time.
man, this, like, socialite, okay, he received a box. The outside of the box just says, from hell.
I love that.
And inside the box is half a human kidney.
Oh.
Oh.
People need those, you know?
Yeah. So, because Catherine's kidneys were missing, they assumed that it was hers. But years later, they discovered it was a prank done by a medical student.
You're
Are you
Can you fucking imagine? So this is the first instance, I think, ever recorded of a troll.
Oh my God.
Could you imagine, though? Like, why?
Well, I guess everything was being published, so people knew what was going on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That sucks.
And it
that's-
was probably like they didn't like him and it was like, you're next kind of thing to scare him.
Yeah, that's kind of the problem they kept running into, because they were publishing a lot about it to try and get information,
Yeah.
but then everybody had the information.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which makes it worse, because that makes me think that he would still want to, like, hide.
Exactly.
Even more.
And it was easier to hide.
But he is, like,
Yeah.
a psychopath and is going to do more because he's excited that he's getting this fame, I guess. in a
Exactly.
way.
So now we're going to jump to the last and final. I say final victim. This is the last recorded victim that they say is his.
Mhm.
So it's November 9th. We find the body of Mary Kelly. She is on 13 Miller's Court, and she's found in her bed.
In her bed?
Not out on the street like the rest of them.
Oh.
In her bed.
This might be personal.
She was found by the landlord's assistant, actually. He was going there to collect rent money that she was behind on.
No wonder she was behind.
I mean, when you're dead, you can't
she's
do
dead.
much. So she was, I tried to say Catherine was the worst of all. No. This girl. This poor woman. This is the only woman that, and I'm not saying to go and look this up, but she's the only woman that you can see pictures of. Oh my God. She doesn't look like a person. She's unrecognizable. So she was not only disemboweled like the rest of them, she was, quote, virtually skinned. Her entire lady bit's gone. All of her thighs had been carved down to the bone like a turkey and just set on the nightstand next to her.
Oh my.
Her face, unrecognizable. Like, you could not tell who she was. And multiple other parts of her body had just been, like, fucked up and, like, taken or moved. And the only organ missing was her heart.
Her heart.
Her heart.
He literally like skinned her, like butchered her, put her all around the room, and then took her heart and left.
Yep.
I think that this one was more personal.
Uh-huh.
Definitely.
I think this was like a heartbreak thing, and he's like, oh, you broke my heart, I'm gonna break yours.
Steal your heart.
Yeah, I'm gonna steal it.
Like, that's so fucking crazy, dude. Are you looking?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I kind of want to.
Oh, God.
Oh my God.
We don't endorse looking, but...
Like, The way her legs are spread,
I know.
too.
It's awful. Like, you can just tell that she was... Well, and that's the other thing, because she was so mutilated, more than likely she was sexually assaulted.
Yeah.
But we don't know.
I would definitely think so, because the way she's laying, both her legs are, like, spread like that.
Yeah, exactly. So she definitely got the worst of it. In her own bed, too.
Yeah.
Well, and I later found out through different sources that her kidney, her uterus, and her left breast were placed under her head, like a pillow.
Under
Her head.
It also seems like each victim, he goes for a different organ.
Almost,
I wonder if that has, like, a correlation.
But he goes to
anything.
the uterus for, like, all of them.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Well, and it almost makes me think, like, are they being sexually assaulted or something in that wheelhouse because you're completely taking it so there's nothing to investigate.
Mm-hmm. Covering up the evidence.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it also goes against how quick he kills them. So, I don't know. You know, Jack, if you're killing that many people, you're probably a quickie, so...
Oh, you said it, not me.
He dead now. This was, like, almost 150 years ago, so... It doesn't mean it doesn't suck, but still. So the landlord who found him actually said, and I quote, "The sight I saw cannot drive away from my mind. It looked more like a work from a devil than a man."
Yeah.
He was signing from hell.
I mean, yeah, well, the medical student was.
Oh, you're right. It was him.
Imagine just walking up to that room and, like, knocking on the door being
You're like, "Give me your money."
"Hey, you owe us the rent." "Oh, I don't hear anything." And then, like, opening the door, and then there's just that.
That. Insane. Like, I can't imagine. Alright, so we've talked about all of the crimes. I'm going to get back to the other two at the end, because I found them later on, and we'll talk about them. But I want to get to the suspects. Because I have, like, 7.
I love that.
You're so right, So we get our first suspect from the head of the Criminal Investigation Department. Our first suspect is a guy named... Oh my god, I hate these old names so much, guys. I'm too much of a bimbo for this. Alright, so Montage Johnson Druitt. So this guy had both an uncle and a cousin who were both doctors. So they would have given him the medical knowledge he needed in order to perform these heinous acts. Because you definitely would have had to know what the fuck you were doing to just, like, take out the uterus like that. I feel like you should drink every time I have to say uterus.
One sip.
That could have been a commercial. You said slurp. So this guy was 40 years old. He was very interested in surgery, but he never became one for some reason. Which I'm like, why didn't you become one?
Yeah.
If you're so interested in it.
If you already knew a lot about it.
He was also living with his cousin, who was an actual doctor, at the time of all these murders.
Oh.
Living vicariously, I guess.
And living in the city that it happened in, like a street or two down from one of them. And his own family said that he was completely insane. So that's fun. You know, the whole family agrees.
Oh, well, my family would probably say the same thing about me.
I felt. So apparently a month before the murders started, his mom apparently went crazy. So I guess they just have a crazy family.
Okay.
Oh.
And in his notes, like in his own diary, he said that he was going crazy. So he admitted it himself.
Maybe he has schizophrenia.
I don't know. He had something going on.
Because a lot of people with that think they're going crazy.
Yeah.
Well, apparently in his notes, the police chief said that he wrote down, "From private information, I have little doubt, but that his own family suspected this man of being the Whitechapel murderer, aka Jack the Ripper." So, the police chief thought it, his whole family thought it, this guy kind of thought it too.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what the hell? And he said, and I quote, in his diary, he put that he was allegedly sexually insane.
Oh.
So on December 3rd of 1888, after all 5 murders happened, and this was about a day or two after the 5th murder happened, he just goes missing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Where did he go?
Well, his body was found 4 weeks later.
Oh!
He was
Okay.
found floating in a river.
How decomposed was he?
You asking the right question. Honestly, I'm not sure. I didn't find anything about that, but he had been murdered. They never solved his crime. They don't know if it was a suicide, like he jumped into the water, if he was killed, no idea. More than likely his body was so decomposed from the water accelerating it that they couldn't figure it out.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they could be able to ID him after that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That too.
Because they get, like, super bloated and stuff.
That too. I wonder if he had like a tattoo or something that kind of helped.
Maybe.
You know?
But it was
Ooh.
1888, right?
Tattoos have been around for... How old are tattoos?
I don't know.
Where's Google?
Well, no, tattoos are really old because they originate from, like, different regions where you just,
Hey
like...
Siri, when were tattoos first made?
They go back, like, really far.
What do you mean there's nothing to read?
This is at least 5,200 years. The
Okay.
earliest evidence was the oldest documented tattoo are on the body of Ozzy the Iceman, who
Love
died
it.
around 3,300 BC.
So, yeah, they've been around a long time.
Okay.
So he could have had one. So, yeah, he's dead. So, they could never investigate him fully, even though they thought that's who it was.
What if he thought he was going crazy and that he did all this, so he killed himself?
That could be it. Or he could have killed him and then wanted to stop himself because he was crazy. And so he said, I just have to die.
They were going to blame him anyway.
Yeah. So this brings us to our second suspect. This is Michael Ostrong. So first of all, he was in an asylum for homicidal tendencies.
Okay.
Oh!
So, you know, we already got that going for him. He also had no alibi for any of the murders.
He's just hanging around, finding out.
Yep. So unfortunately, there was nothing to connect him to the case, though, other than just him as a person. But for whatever reason, the police chief said that he is the number 2 suspect.
Really?
Yep.
There's no proof.
Only
Yep.
because he was crazy?
Yep.
Was he still in the asylum when this was happening?
I don't believe so, because they said he had no alibi for it. So
So he was probably just literally hanging around.
yeah, like alone.
Okay.
Yep.
Dog.
I know.
Mm.
I know. And this guy's name is famous. The number 2 suspect.
What's his name again?
Michael Ostrong.
Sounds like a wrestler.
And the guy who went on the moon. What was his name?
Neil Armstrong.
Yes.
Neil Armstrong, yes.
I was literally about to say Billy Joe Armstrong. That's not right.
Felt. Alright, so this brings us to suspect number 3. This is Aaron Krominski. So he was a Polish Jewish resident who had fled to the country.
Mm.
So he had spent some time in an asylum as well, you know, shacking it up with Michael.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if it was the same
Best
one.
buds.
Maybe. But he went to the asylum after the last murder.
Oh.
And supposedly no murders were committed after that. And he ended up dying in the asylum.
Oh.
Okay.
He was there for like years and just always there. So I don't know what was wrong with him to where he had to stay there 24/7, but I mean, he lived in that bitch.
Ooh.
Okay.
So he was known for hating women, especially sex workers.
Oh.
And his description matched Jack the Ripper to a T. To a T.
And Billy Joe Armstrong was second suspect?
You're so right. You're so right.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
That's
Also,
crazy.
he just so happened to be one street over from where the double murder happened, and that was his alibi.
Come on!
Yeah.
over.
One street over.
I have to park a block away. I can get there 2 minutes tops.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, one if you're running.
I don't run.
I know you don't.
Yeah.
But this guy probably was if
If
he
I
was
was really
murdering.
trying.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
What was? Did he have an alibi for any of the other ones?
He probably did. I didn't see anything about it.
I'm assuming if he didn't get convicted, then
Yeah.
he probably
Because they
had.
probably only tied him to that first one since he was in
So
the next
close.
street over.
Yeah.
And they didn't tie him to the other ones.
But they were all so close together.
I
where,
know.
like,
It's crazy. So the reason that he's like a really big suspect is because his name got put into a book in the 60s. The book was literally called Naming Jack the Ripper. So the author of that book's name is Russell Edwards. He claims that he has a shawl from Catherine Elders, who was the 4th victim, or sorry, the 3rd victim. And he claims that he bought it at an auction and that it has DNA evidence still on the shawl. So this shawl was sold as a, quote, item from the murder scene of Catherine Elders. So that's what he bought it intending it to be. It's not like he bought it...
and was like, oh, this is a cool little shawl.
Yeah, you
He
know...
knew the history behind it.
Exactly. So he took the shawl to a molecule biologist named Horeline.
Four-line?
Horeline.
Okay.
Okay.
Interesting.
Horeline. It's probably Horeline and not Horeline, and I just made it. I Englished it a little bit, and it's fine. So he claims that the DNA matched one of the DNA strands from Catherine's descendants. And then he matched the DNA from Aaron to the shawl as well. So he's claiming that both of their descendants' DNA matches, so that obviously Catherine and Aaron were both there, based on descendants, from 70 years later.
There's so much DNA. in that.
Well, they also... Well, and the reason that they were able to match it to Aaron is because there was semen found on it.
Oh.
But you have to remember, Catherine was a sex worker.
Yeah.
So it wasn't uncommon for that to be on their clothing.
He could have been just a customer.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, Russell Edwards, the guy who wrote the book, he thinks that the case is absolutely closed. He's like, I've solved it, bitches. Don't even worry about it. He says, quote, I've got the only piece of forensic evidence in the whole history of this case. I've spent 14 years working on it, and we have definitely solved the mystery of who Jack the Ripper was.
14 years?
14 years.
Only 14?
Right.
Should have spent like 30.
You're so right. You
Then
said double or nothing.
That would have been a little more credit.
Double and give it to the next person.
Yeah.
He said only believers that want to burn and perpetrate the myth will doubt this. This is it now. We have masked him.
No, I don't think you have.
Well, you're probably thinking right, because turns out this scientist may have fucked up.
Oh!
So, this molecule scientist apparently didn't match up at all. Because he said that the mutation in the molecules was 314.1, which is a molecule that's very rare. It's only found in 1 every 260,000 people. So that would have been like, okay, we can match that. Until you realize that it was actually 315.1 and not 4, which is a molecule that 99% of Europeans have.
Oh.
You fucked up, dog.
So his DNA was linked using the wrong DNA. So Aaron's DNA was probably on there, but it was linked with the same DNA that 99% of people have. And then after this, another scientist came forward and he was like, so we would definitely need to get this proven, by multiple scientists for this to be a thing.
Yeah, why would you go to just one?
Yeah, well, apparently this scientist refuses to publish his work. He will not let anybody look at it.
He's probably embarrassed.
Exactly.
Yeah,
me too.
He's refused to talk to any news outlets. He said no.
He fucked up so bad. I understand where he's coming from.
He was typing and he said, "Oh fuck, I hit a 4. Oh, it's fine." Like,
you can't just skip over that.
Oh my!
I wouldn't forgive him either.
And this Russell guy is still like fully believes it.
Oh my god.
Fully believes it.
Oh my god.
So this brings us to suspect number 4. What if it was Jill the Ripper?
Ooh!
So, what if it was actually a woman? Because 1, it would have made sense for how short she was. 2nd, it would also make sense because all the police were looking for a man. She could have just slipped through the crowds.
Yeah.
And if she was a midwife, she would have the anatomical knowledge, and blood on her clothing wouldn't be weird.
Oh.
I wonder if she ever had, a problem, having kids or something,
Ooh.
and that's why she went for it.
Motive.
Yeah.
I love that.
She went, I can't have kids, but you out here doing this.
Yeah.
She said, you out here sex working and I can't even have a baby.
Huh.
Now,
she went, give me, it's mine.
all the descriptions
will
do
use
match
it.
a man, but she also could have dressed up as a man.
Yeah. I do that daily.
I felt.
That makes sense with, the height thing.
Exactly.
Being shorter than most other
Well,
men.
and
In the
also-
top hat, you can put the hair inside of it.
You're so
Yeah.
right. Well, and also, it makes sense why the women would trust her so much.
Yeah.
Because they're not going to think a woman's going to murder him.
But then why, weren't the women suspicious? Why is this chick dressed like a dude? Why is she...
I'm sure trans people existed back then. Just
Probably.
very small. Well, especially in
But,
Whitechapel, because,
Skid Row.
Yeah.
listen, if Jewish people could exist there, so could trans men.
Yeah. I also want to know, if this woman theory was true. Earlier, you said something about they heard them talking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder what the voice sounded like.
Ooh, that's so true.
Ooh.
Oh, that's so... I never even thought about that.
Yeah.
She never said anything about, or at least it was never published if it was, a low tone or
Or
anything.
a masculine voice,
Yeah.
a feminine voice.
Ooh. Interesting.
Were cameras
interesting.
around back then?
They had a
I-
photo of the
yeah,
last
you're right, they had a
victim.
photo.
You're right. Also, can we talk about how creepy high quality that photo is?
Right?
That has
It
been
is,
restored.
yeah.
Because that shit should not be that clear.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so this brings us to
Please.
suspect number 5. I hate suspect number 5.
All my homies hate suspect number 5.
Alright.
Oh.
So it's 1962, and another book is written. This book is written about Prince Albert Victor Christian Edwards. So he is a prince in the royal palace.
I wonder if he has the
Oh.
piercing. they named it after?
Oh my god! Oh my god, wait, who did they name it after?
Let me look up the history behind it.
History.
Don't go to Google Images. You're gonna be traumatized.
History.
I would do a private browser.
I have too many tabs open. I like when I run out of tabs on like my main one, I switch to my private one and then I make new tabs to fill up.
I felt that. I really do.
What was I? Oh, Prince Albert.
Give me his lore.
Dog, the piercing, not the person.
Or both.
Or, yes.
They could be related.
Ooh.
They were roommates.
They were roommates.
Okay, hello, Mythbusters.
What did they do with the Prince Albert?
I don't know. Rogue piercing. Roguepiercing.co.uk. Crazy.
It was in the UK.
It was.
Okay, Mythbusters, the Prince Albert. I don't want to read this. Where did it get its famous name? Doug Malloy, a friend of Ward's. Who is Ward's? Oh! It was popularized in the 70s. It only came to
The book was written in the 60s.
The 60s.
They only started doing it in the 70s.
Okay.
And the theory is that Prince Albert himself had Peyronie's disease and used the piercing to straighten his...
Oh my fucking god.
Yeah, to the general public, tying down their dingalings to hide their you-know-whats from the Queen's daughters. What? Legend has it that Prince Albert used the piercing to pull back the skin to keep it smelling sweet as to not offend the Queen.
Oh my god!
So I don't think it's related.
This was not where I thought this episode was going.
The most likely theory is that Victorian haberdashers, I don't know what a haberdasher is, they called it the dressing ring, used to firmly secure male genitalia to the more comfortable leg. It was very popular in the days for men to wear extremely tight trousers, and the piercing helped minimize visual endowment. So, like, imagine a man with a little garter, and it connected with the little ring on the tip of...
Oh, that's kind of cute.
Like, not kind of cute.
Just
little
keeps
chain.
it there.
Oh my god.
Some charms on there, like a Pandora's bracelet.
Oh my god. It reminds me of that movie with Matthew Lillard, where he's like, this is my key to happiness.
See the photo? Just a banana with the ring in the top.
I love, you know what? Yes, it was.
Yeah.
I love that the image that came up was not of a man's thing. It was just a banana with a
ring through it.
Also, that's a thick ring.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
But yeah, that's
Wow.
the history
The
behind
more
it.
you know.
I don't know what it has to do with him.
Yeah, it's not related at
Oh
all.
Yeah.
Okay, so anyway, back to the not piercing Prince Albert. A lot of people don't believe this, obviously.
Yeah.
But this guy hung out in a lot of the areas that the victims were murdered in. So, and he shouldn't have been, because he's, like, supposed to be in the palace. This was a whole Jasmine situation, okay? Where, like, he was breaking out. Well, he got his ass bit for it, because he got syphilis. And at one point, it made him insane.
It can do that.
Yes. Well, also, there's a rumor that Albert got one of the town's ladies pregnant. And that the Queen ordered everyone who knew about it to be murdered.
Oh!
And because he was a royal, he can't be touched by police. So instead, they decided that after the double murder attempt, that like he was getting too extreme, and so they locked him away, like in their own palace.
Okay.
Well, he also was like the black sheep of the family, because he was, quote, a stagnant military career, apathetic personality, and a rumored homosexual. So this all contributed to the fact that he was largely seen as, quote, a disappointment to the royal family.
Aww.
Oh,
That's
okay.
sad.
Yeah, and he actually died at 28 because of the syphilis. So he died really young. But he died less than a decade after, less than 2 years after that murder.
Oh.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I think you're just
Please
going
go.
through it.
Right? Like, this guy just didn't know what to do.
He just wanted to live life. He hated being locked up with the people who hated him most.
For real.
That he was
He
down
wanted to
on
go out
the
on the
town,
town.
and then he got syphilis.
Guys, it's just Jasmine.
Yeah.
Jasmine.
But with syphilis.
Yeah.
And probably Prince Albert.
Yeah.
I want to believe it.
Prince Albert had a Prince Albert.
On his Prince Albert. Extra ring.
It dangles. It makes.
Oh my god. It's like a charm
It's
bracelet.
got a cross earring on it.
Oh my god.
It makes a little jingle jangle sound when he
Christmas.
I'm gonna put
put a bell on it.
I'm putting it in. Alright, so this brings us to the sixth suspect. This is Walter Sickaret. So he was a painter. And this is the one that the famous crime novelist, Patricia Cordwell, she's written like 40 crime books. She was a huge crime writer in the 90s.
She's got a reputation.
Yes. So she claims that he is the Ripper. She's obsessed with this. Like, unhealthily obsessed.
Oh.
So she has invested £2 million into getting this man's paintings, letters, and his writing desk. To the point that the art curator said, and I quote, that it was monstrous stupidity on her part.
Yeah. I feel like the issue with some of these writers is like they see one suspect and they're like, that's him.
Yeah.
I'm going to find the proof that that's him and not think about any other person.
Yeah.
Or any other possibility.
They're just so convinced that they figured it out.
Yeah.
So she went kind of crazy. She literally cut one of his paintings in half. Trying to find, like, clues in the painting.
Oh my god.
Now, Sickaret, or Walter, I'm going to call him Walter, because Sickaret is such a name. So Walter did have a thing for the Ripper. He had named one of his paintings Jack the Ripper's bedroom.
I've seen this before.
Yes. He also did another painting that was kind of mirroring how the body of Mary Kelly was found. And another painting really mirrors how Catherine Eddowes' face looked when she was, like, stabbed so many times. And so he did all these paintings. The Jack the Ripper's bedroom was the only one that was titled Jack the Ripper, but the other ones were very eerily similar to his crimes.
That's scary.
Yeah, that's the painting.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, I've seen this before.
Whoa. Oh, I hate that. Very creepy indeed.
Very cool.
So also, as if he wasn't obsessed enough, Walter liked to play a little dress up.
Oh!
And
Okay.
he would dress up as Jack the Ripper.
I too like to play dress to impress. I don't think I've ever done that one before.
But imagine just like in 1960 he's cosplayed.
Oh my god, yeah.
Like you just walk in, he's dressed as Jack the Ripper, painting Jack the Ripper.
Yeah, and you're like, I think I'm gonna leave.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? So Patricia, the writer, she completely ignores any bit of the fact that he couldn't do this, including the fact that he was in France at the time of the first murder.
Oh.
Oh.
But the reason that she thinks that it's him is because apparently someone did some sketches of him in the music halls that were right down the street from the murders, even though he was in France. So she's convinced because of someone's drawings that he was there.
Oh my.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my raw.
Imagine I take a drawing to the police and I'm like, this is him, found him.
Solve your case.
Like, imagine I draw Kirby and I'm like, Kirby's the killer. There you go. I figured it out, guys.
You have to believe me.
Like,
Yeah.
This is proof right here, not something that I just drew.
right? So there's a man named Peter Bowler who is a scientist who looked at all of the letters and everything from his desk, basically. So the only thing that does correspond is apparently the paper that Walter wrote letters on and the paper that Jack the Ripper wrote the letter to the police on are the same type of paper. That paper only had 24 copies of it ever printed.
Oh.
So it is a really slim chance that they both had these, but also somebody had to have the other 23, you know? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but it is weird. Also, their handwriting is very similar.
Oh.
I wonder if they were friends.
Ooh, penthouse.
Oh.
If it wasn't him. I wonder
Well,
if they were
the
friends.
other thing, too, is that technically all the letters are unconfirmed. We don't
Yeah.
know for a fact that those letters were sent by him.
Oh yeah.
They also thought that the journalist was
So, it could have just been the killer was crazy, and then what if Walter was just coming behind him like, you know, it'd be really cool.
Let's collab.
Let's collab. Like, you just do the killing, I'm gonna make you fancy.
Yeah.
But wouldn't that be crazy if he just, like, made up the persona?
Yeah.
Because he also dresses like him, so, like, What if it was him just, like, hanging out?
Full-heartedly believing that it was... Oh
Yeah.
my god.
That's so...
He's role-playing.
Yeah!
Really?
So this brings
Like,
us
some
to the...
kids, like, cringy phase in middle school.
Me. It was me. It's always me. So this brings us to the 7th suspect. Now, this is the one I believe. Wholeheartedly. And I'm going to make you two fucking believe it too.
Okay.
So this man's name is Joseph Barnett. So he actually lived with the 5th victim, Mary Kelly. They were roommates. They were actually roommates.
They were roommates.
So he had lived up to 10 different locations on the east side. So he knew the area really well. Not only that, but he was head over heels in love with Kelly. Like, unhealthily in love with her. To the point that Barnett had referred to Kelly as his wife, even though they were just roommates. And she was always like, boy, no.
Rejection.
Well, he was also very against her being a sex worker, because he was jealous.
But this would make sense, because you know how it was like, he might have gotten heartbroken, I'm gonna steal your fucking heart.
So he would, when he was living there, he would actually make extra money so that she didn't have to be a sex worker. And he claims, there was like a quote somewhere that was like, as long as I lived with her, she never, did sex work. It was like, I took care of her. But eventually, she brought home like 2 of her girlfriends or something, and it pissed him off because I think they were also sex workers, and he just like didn't like it. So he got thrown out, essentially. She was like, fuck you, this is my house, leave me alone, bitch.
Yeah.
So why, if he did kill her, why kill the other 4 victims? Well, what if he was trying to scare Kelly off the streets?
Oh.
So what if he was killing the other girls and stealing their uteruses and only killing sex workers so that she didn't go out? Because it did work for some time. The first couple murders, she didn't want to do anything. Like, she knew that it was bad. But as they got further and further, she didn't really care. So by the 4th one, I guess the 3rd and 4th, because they happened at the same time, she just, like, didn't give a damn and was still bringing home her friends, and that's what pissed him off.
I wonder if all the victims knew each other.
Yeah, like,
It
what if they
seems like
were,
it was
like,
a
She
small
probably
town.
could, yeah. A lot of the sex workers knew each other, so
Yeah.
it's a big possibility. Well, it also didn't help that Kelly loved gin. She loved that. She loved to drink gin. And apparently a big fight broke out between Kelly and Barnett to the point that they broke a window. Like, it was like a town thing. Like, that was the gossip for that week. Fuck Jack the Ripper. They wanted to know who broke the window. So 10 days later, after kicking him out, Mary was killed. Barnett was questioned for 8 hours until he was eventually let go. So not only did he live there, so he knew how to get in the front door, like he knew how to pick the lock, because there was no forced entry in the house. It had to have been somebody that she knew and she let in or got in on their own, because she was found in her nightgown with like her night clothes or her daytime clothes neatly folded at the bottom of the bed. And it seems like she was asleep when she was initially attacked. So it seems like someone snuck in rather than just like broke in.
Yeah, because she was already on the bed.
Exactly.
And plus, you can tell, like, it was personal, emotional.
There was motive behind that.
And it also makes sense because he was so close with Kelly and living with her, the other victims who were sex workers would have trusted him.
Yeah.
It would have been...
Because they already knew his face.
They already knew who he was, so they're like, he's not going to do anything to me.
Huh.
He also just happened to go by the nickname Jack and matched the description.
It's this guy.
Oh,
Also,
my
after
crap.
Mary, the killing stopped because he had nothing left to kill for.
Yeah.
The problem was already gone.
Exactly. And that's why that one was so, like, fine, you're not going to let me have you and you're going to keep doing this shit. I'm just going to kill you and take your heart.
Like, if I can't have you, no one can.
Exactly.
I want to know what he did with all these organs.
Yeah.
I wonder if he sold them. Because there had to have been a black market back then, especially in this area, and it was during war times.
There's like a bunch of shit going on that they don't even have documentation of. Just 'cause it's like, not that they would document it in the first place, but there's a bunch of sketchy shit going on.
For real.
Yeah.
So he's the one that I think did it, but I do have one more suspect.
Huh.
This is James Maybrick. So he was a cotton merchant. His death happened 1 year after Mary's murder, which would have made sense with the timeline of why the killing stopped. So he was actually an upperclassman who didn't live in Whitechapel, but he traveled there often because he was a merchant.
Oh.
And because he wasn't a local, it would have made sense to do his killings there and then go back home, especially because all of the killings happened on a weekend.
Oh.
Oh.
So he could have traveled. and no one would ever know that he was there or be investigating him because he was in and out so quickly.
Yeah.
No one's going, 4 towns over to this random merchant who is, very well off.
Mm.
Yeah.
So he actually had a diary that they found underneath the floorboards of his mansion.
That's already sketchy.
Yeah.
In the diary, he claims, and I quote, "I give my name that all know of me, so history to tell what love can do to a gentleman born, yours truly, Jack the Ripper." So he signed in his own diary as Jack the Ripper.
Oh.
There's
Same
also
handwriting?
very similar. There's also details of the killings in the diary.
I wonder if he had any relation to the other guy and, just happened to find it.
Yeah,
he was
that's
just
true.
no one can see this.
Right? Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Oh.
Yeah, because it could, not be his.
Yeah.
Hiding it
Or
from a
he was just
friend.
hiding it.
Well, because the guy was a painter, and this was a well-off guy, so, yeah.
He
Well,
can't
and
get in
this-
trouble either because he's so well off.
Well, this diary wasn't found until more modern times anyway. They didn't find it until, the 60s or 70s. So, it's not like the guy died and, on his deathbed said, "Here it is,"
Yeah.
They found it randomly. It was actually found by a scrap bearer. He be birthing scrap. No. It was found by a scrap dealer. His name was Mike Barnett. No, not the same Joseph Barnett. They're not related.
I was just about to ask.
I don't remember any of their names.
So here's the thing, is that this scrap dealer, Mike, he admitted that he faked the diary, but then recanted and claimed that he just didn't want the publicity from finding the diary because him and his wife had a rocky marriage.
Oh!
And he didn't want people to know.
That's actually kind of sweet, but also really not.
Right? I'm like, if you could solve 5
Murders.
plus murders, maybe turn it in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and it also, he doesn't have a great source for how he found the journal. Because some sources say that he found it himself, ripping up the floorboards for scrap. Some say that it was passed down to him through family members.
But there's no way that they wouldn't have gone through them.
Right?
And also, since it was being published so much, they wouldn't know.
Well,
Yeah.
apparently with the diary underneath the floorboards, they also found a gold pocket watch. So this was placed into evidence at some point. So it was turned into police because they found it in the evidence locker. They don't know when. There's no fucking documentation of it. But this watch on the back had very faint scratches in it. And scratched in was the letters MNACESCE and MK.
Those are all the victims' names.
All the
aren't they?
initials of the victims.
Oh.
Also on the back is "I am Jack," and then underneath it, Maybrick. Don't know what that fucking means.
Huh.
But all of that is written on the back of this pocket watch. So they took the pocket watch to an antique person to try and verify if it was as old as it seemed it was. And one person said that it was old and then the markings were old, but they couldn't tell how old. And one person said the markings were fresh. But the watch was officially dated to be 1986. The last murder was 88.
Dang.
So this is where I discovered the 2 other victims that I just want to tell y'all about real quick. Because they don't exactly match Jack the Ripper's MO like the other victims do. But they all happened in Whitechapel around the same time. So technically, because of the timeline, these would have been the first 2 if these murders do belong to Jack the Ripper.
Before you started getting frisky.
Yes.
It
Which
might be
is
the first 2 before he started discovering what his MO would be.
Exactly. So the first victim's name is Elizabeth Emma Smith. She was found on April 3rd of 1888, only 4 months before the official first victim was found. She was found at 1:30 in the morning. She was bludgeoned to death around her face. Her head was just, smashed.
Oh.
And she had a cut on her ear. She was robbed and sexually assaulted with some kind of blunt instrument. And she ended up dying in the hospital the next day. So she was able to tell people about it.
Oh.
And her description matched Jack the Ripper's.
Oh!
Crazy.
But she did claim that she was attacked by 2 to 3 different men. One of them definitely being a teenager. So it was all chalked up to just gang violence because it was so happening around that
They
time.
just wanted to be done with that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Sweep it under the rug and forget about
Well,
it.
yeah, because why would we care about a woman who was sexually assaulted to death?
Yeah.
God forbid.
Uh-huh.
So then we have the second victim. So she was murdered on August 7th of 1888, less than 3 weeks before the first official killing. Her name is Martha Tambrin. So she was murdered on a staircase. So I don't know if she was like heading up to somebody's house, if it was her place, but she was found inside a stairwell. Like one of those in London, you know, where like you open the door and it's just stairs straight up immediately. It was one of those.
Oh.
So she was stabbed 39 times.
Oh.
In her throat, all over her torso, and her lady bits. Her whole torso had been slashed, along with her throat, and one out of the 39, one wound was a penknife. All the other stabbings were a different instrument.
Oh.
I wonder if it came first or last.
And she was not assaulted.
Yeah.
Sexually. I mean, clearly she was assaulted. She was 39 stab wounds, but she wasn't sexually assaulted like the rest of the victims were. So because she was stabbed and not like slashed, cut open, they didn't want to connect it to Jack the Ripper because it didn't match his MO.
I kind of understand that one a little bit more.
Yeah.
That one almost makes me think because of the one and then all the other 38. What if somebody killed her with one stab and then someone else came back
And
then
they went
finished the
crazy?
job.
Yeah, like
it
mutilated her.
It was already done. Might as well keep it going, you know?
But like, what the fuck?
Because that would make sense with the penknife.
Yeah.
What the fuck, dude?
I know. So, this case has never been solved. It is still technically open, but they can't do anything because it's, I mean, we're almost 150 years out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, it's just been considered a cold case.
What the fuck? I can't, like, there's so many things going on, I can't
I know.
believe it. And they're all so likely, where I'm just like, what?
Yeah, out of the suspects, who do y'all think did it? I think it was Joseph.
I kind of agree, but I also
Yeah.
think about the third suspect, the one that was in the asylum, and he had zero alibis. And
Yeah.
he was just hanging out,
Just there.
but Joseph seems more likely. It's between them two for me.
Well, it's also, there was another theory that I found while looking around that some people think it was multiple people.
Yeah,
Oh.
Like, some people think that it was maybe the first killing and then it was like a group of them just doing it. And they always just thought it was one.
that makes sense because he's always wearing the same clothing.
Yeah.
You can just switch off.
Exactly.
I agree with maybe one guy doing the signatures and stuff for the notes and shit.
Yeah.
That would make sense because
Like,
Yeah.
it's like a pair. It's like a pair of one person is the actual crazy that wants to kill, and the other one said, I'm gonna make you fancy.
yeah, I'm gonna make it pretty and like we're actually gonna do this.
Yeah. But everyone in London was like obsessed with this happening. Like,
Yeah, because you might be next.
Well, that's so fair.
Yeah.
But, I mean, just the amount that people were obsessed with it, it's like how we get obsessed with true crime nowadays.
Yeah.
It was the equivalent of that, and they had never seen that before. So they got so much false information because so many people were coming forward all the time with their theories, which was had never been a thing.
Yeah.
Have you heard about oh my brain? There's one person you didn't mention. And
Who did I miss?
Charles Cross,
Okay.
the guy who found the second victim.
Please tell.
So Charles Cross isn't his name. Charles Cross doesn't exist on any records.
Shut the fuck up.
So he gave police a fake name. And all the murders happened on his route from his home on his way to work.
The chills. What? The chills. What?
All of the murders happened literally his route to and from work. And
Do you know what he did for work?
I think
Was he a doctor?
I think he was a butcher.
Oh!
So him with like walking around with blood on him wasn't scary.
Oh my god! And he could have like a butcher knife and no one would think anything
No one would
of
think
it.
anything. And since it's such a small town, everyone knows everyone.
Oh
Yeah.
my god! How did I not find this?
Well, he gave a fake name, like to police.
How did you find this?
Well, I don't remember. I watched something a while ago.
Love it.
But here's the thing, like second murder. So I think here's what happened with this second murder. So he was the one that found the victim. The victim was freshly killed. Like he wasn't finished like doing everything to her when a police officer had walked up to him.
Ooh.
So
he just
there
was
were
like, I
two-
found it.
Yeah, there were two police officers on the same route. So he was like killing this girl, and this police officer walks up on him right towards the end of it. Like, she's dead. She's on the ground. It was so quick that there's not a lot of blood there or anything yet. So he's like, oh, I just found her. You stay here with the body. I'm going to go find another cop. So he goes, he gets another cop. He gives a fake name, and then he's free to leave.
Oh my God.
He found it.
And I bet their, like, questioning and stuff isn't as thorough as it was.
Oh my God,
as it is today.
And he gave a fake name. So he doesn't exist. They can't find him. They can't talk to him. They can't do anything. He does not exist.
God.
His real name is...
Put it on blast. Put it on blast.
Charles Allen Lechmere.
Lechmere. Oh,
Lechmere.
Wow.
Russian?
That's...
I don't know.
What the fuck? Oh my God.
Yeah.
The fact you couldn't find anything about this.
No,
is
that's crazy.
The fact that I knew.
Yeah.
This is why I wanted to do this, because I knew that, like, someone would have extra. You know what I mean?
He was a carman. Like a cart driver.
Oh, like a chauffeur?
No, like he would deliver things.
Oh.
So he had a route that he would go through, and it was probably through his route.
So like a mail, almost.
Kind of. Like, he would deliver things like fish, meats, foods, and stuff.
Oh, so he was like a butcher in some sorts.
Yeah. And then once they get back to the body, like the body's bleeding now, the first police officer is like, where'd that guy go? And he's like, oh, I let him go.
Oh, my
Because
God.
you needed my help. I thought he was just a passerby.
That makes so much sense.
I also just found this, and this relates to the woman being one of the suspects. It says, a 2006 study by an Australian scientist, Ian Findlay, extracted DNA from the saliva on the letters.
Oh.
There was saliva found on the letters, and it was determined that it was likely that the sender was a woman.
Ooh. Okay, but that almost makes me think of, like, one, I do like the Jill the Ripper route. I think it's cool.
Yeah.
But what if it was two people and it was like a husband and a wife? And she made him
True.
fancy.
Oh.
She could have made him fancy.
Smart.
Well, or he could have forced her to seal them because he knew. But, like, he could be caught by DNA at some point.
So she just threw herself under the bus.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm sure it wasn't her choice.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure he was like, you're gonna do this.
Saucy Jackie.
That should have been his name.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh my God, I hate this man. He's awful.
You know,
What the fuck?
he's absolutely insane.
It's just the way that they never found, like, any evidence. And I get it.
Yeah.
Like, it was the 1800s, but nothing.
There was like so much evidence, but nothing that pointed to
Anybody.
one single person.
Yeah.
Because it was so scattered.
Well, even, I'm sorry, the piece of the apron is what's getting me. Why was it there? How was it there? Did he take the full apron and, like, it ripped off? Like, what happened?
Part of me thinks that she was struggling and, like, he was trying to, like, force her into this place and that she was struggling and it got caught on the door whenever she was trying to get out. She might have been still wearing the apron.
That's fair. And then, like, ran 2 blocks?
Yeah?
Because it was
Maybe?
found 2 blocks away.
Yeah.
See, in my head, it's like maybe he was living in those apartments and, like, it got stuck on the door when he was running in and he didn't notice.
Yeah.
Something like that.
But I don't know. If my belt loop or something gets caught on the doorknob, I get
Right?
pissed.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, I like, go to the ground. I'm like, fuck!
Yeah.
I get stuck. It's a whole thing.
There's no way that would have happened easily without him showing a scene.
I imagine that rip was also, like, loud as hell.
Yeah.
It was like SpongeBob's rip.
Uh-huh.
Like, when he ripped... Yeah! It was that equivalent.
You know, I'm just looking at all these, like, bulletin boards of stuff that people have made for, like, evidence and shit.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, people, like,
Whoa.
actually...
Oh!
And then there's us. We just write it in our silly little notes and we sit on my couch and we talk.
And then we talk shit.
I love talking shit about men who kill women.
Right?
I hate
Who's
it.
Jack the Ripper?
I know! I want to know! Listen, you know how people will be like, oh, if I get to heaven, like, I'm immediately going to John Benet Ramsey and be like, what happened to you? No, I'm going to fucking one of these ladies. I'm going to be like, who was it?
It was it.
Because John Benet, it was her parents. But,
Yeah.
we'll get there. We'll cover her someday. But, I want to know this case. Like, what the fuck? And why did it stop so suddenly? What made him start in the first place?
They're covering shit up.
No, yeah.
They're covering shit up.
Something's going on.
Uh-huh. And it's stressing me out.
Right. 150 years later, we're still stressed.
We're still
guys.
stressed about this case, guys.
Well, guys, this was our first episode.
Yippee!
So, I don't know how often we're going to put these out. We're going to attempt for once a week, but, you know, life gets difficult when you're in your 20s.
Yeah.
So, this is just silly little guy time for us.
Mm-hmm.
We love it.
Talk about murders and...
Living lives.
Living lives. We should get breakfast foods next time. Oh my god, POV, we wear onesies.
I thought about that. I was like, what if I wear a onesie? And I'm like,
I have two in there. I could have grabbed them.
I already wore my Scooby-Doo onesie 2 times this week.
I love that. That's great.
I got cold at my house, and as opposed to putting on, like, pants and a jacket, I went
Onesie.
onesie.
You know, I think that's very valid.
Because it's just a jumpsuit.
Yeah. Especially with these weather switches. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Y'all, we live in Georgia, so, like, we be fucked.
My sinuses don't know what to do with themselves.
I felt that.
Yeah.
One day I'm like, great, and then the other day I'm like, I can't breathe.
Well, if you liked this episode, please tune back in next week. Hopefully, question mark, we'll have another one out for you guys.
Maybe.
We also are on Instagram. You can come follow us at Breakfast with Bimbos. We'll post some shit sometimes. You can also follow our personal pages if you want. We will link it all in the descriptions. Yippee! We did not think of an outro.
We don't need one. Just cut.
Done. Hands together! Hands together! Scooby-Doo! Yahoo!
Ooh, that was a bad word.
She's like,
Somebody gonna match my freak.
oh. Chessie, get off the coffee table. You know better. Get down. Get down! Bitch.
Scrumply fuck.
If someone had called me that, oh my god.
I had to burp
That's
so
going
bad.
to the intro. Did she just burp? Oh my god.
I've never heard her bark before.
Oh my gosh, she wants attention. We have a dog on set today.
What's wrong, baby?
This is what happens when Lily thinks she's being ignored. She will go right at you until you give her attention.
I've never heard her
Sorry.
bark, but I've also gave her
She has
so much attention.
she has like a baby bark. It's very like, why did you side eye me? Oh my god, she looked at me like, how dare you? I almost said intimidate. That's not what I mean. Imitate me. There we go.
Imitate.
Look, this is why we call this Breakfast with Bimbos, because sometimes words are hard.